Hello friends, this is Professor Pratap N. Shinde. Welcome back for the lecture series of Engineering Mechanics. Today we are going to learn some problems related to the rectilinear motion with uniform acceleration. This is second lecture of unit number 5. So kinematics of rectilinear motion can be broadly classified into following categories. First one, motion with constant acceleration. Second, motion under gravity. So the difference between the motion with a constant acceleration and motion under gravity is that this problem is related to the problems along the motion along the x direction, and this motion under gravity is related to the motion under y direction. So x direction means along the horizontal path, and the vertical motion is comes under the motion under gravity. The difference between these two is here we have to consider the acceleration a, and here instead of that a we have to consider the acceleration due to gravity. So a is replaced by the value g. So this is the main difference, or we rather these two are the one and the same problems. Third, variable acceleration. In first two cases the acceleration remain constant, and here the acceleration may varies depend upon the time. Variable acceleration when function are given relative to any two of the four variables. What are the four variables? The acceleration, position, velocity, acceleration and time. These are the four variables. Out of that, the acceleration given is the function of the maybe time, maybe velocity, or maybe the position. From that we have to solve the numericals. Then next, variable acceleration when function are not given. When we don't know the function which with respect to that acceleration is changes, in such case the motion diagram is used, which are the graph relating to any two variables. So this is the problem of motion curves. And then next one is the relative motion. When the both bodies are having motion, so in that case we have to relate the motion of one body with another body. So that type of problems comes under the relative motion. That is interesting part. Now we will start with our first topic, the motion with a constant or uniform acceleration. So for that, my dear friends, these problems are the simplest one in this unit, because you have to learn only these three formulas and you have to substitute the values and get your answer. So let's begin with the first formula. As we know that here uniform acceleration or motion with a constant or uniform acceleration. So a is mentioned constant. We are know that a is equal to change in velocity with respect to time, that is a is equal to dv by dt. So can I write down this equation, dv is equal to a into dt? Yes. Then after that we have to integrate these two terms. U indicates the initial velocity and v indicates the final velocity. So the velocity is u when the time t is equal to 0, and velocity is v when time is equal to t second. So integration of dv is nothing but the v, substituting the limit upper limit minus lower limit, that is v minus u, and the integration of dt is t, substituting the limit t minus 0, that is t. So you will get the answer at. So v minus u is equal to at. Rearranging the terms, you will get v is equal to u plus at. This is the first equation of motion. Then again we have to derive the second equation. So here also the acceleration is constant. Now velocity v is equal to change in displacement with respect to time, that is dx by dt. Then Again rearrange the terms. So v into dt is equal to ds. Here instead of x you can call as a es also. Okay, instead of es you can call x, vice versa. This is choices depends on you. Therefore ds is equal to v into dt. Then in order to find out the total displacement, I have to take the integration between the limit 0 to s, and when displacement is 0 the time is 0, when, or I can say that when time is 0 the displacement is 0. When time reaches to its value t, the displacement reaches to value s. Okay, now here v is equal to, substitute the value u plus at which we have derived earlier. So you will get the value ds is equal to u plus at into dt, integration over 0 to t. Now integration of u plus at, that is ut plus at square, okay, so integration of ds is nothing but the s. Substitute the upper limit minus lower limit, that is s minus 0, so you will get the value of s. And integration of u plus at, you will get the integration of u, that u dt is ut, and integration of at dt is t square upon 2, at square upon 2, that is nothing but the 1/2 at square. So you have got the second formula, s is equal to ut plus 1/2 at square. First formula is v is equal to u plus at. So just you have to remember this formula. Now let's come towards the derivation of third formula. Now acceleration is nothing but the v dv by ds, that we have already derived this equation. So a into ds is equal to v into dv. Now the displacement is 0 when velocity is u. When velocity is v, the displacement is s. I have choose the limit of integration 0 to s, time interval u to v. So integration of a ds is as over the time interval 0 to s. And integration of v dv is v square by 2 upon 2 over the limit u to v. So you will get the value as is equal to v square minus u square upon 2. Rearranging this term, so you will get v square is equal to u square plus twice of as. So these three are the equations of motion. With the help of these three equations we are going to solve numericals. So the problems of constant acceleration or uniform accelerations are quite simple. Just you have to mug up these three equations. Whatever the problem is there, you first write down these three equations and try to solve the numericals by substituting the known values and find out the unknown. Let's begin with the first problem. I will read out the problem statement for you. Please understand the problem statement. An outdoor track is of 126 meter in diameter. Once 126 meter in diameter, a runner increases her speed at a constant rate. So here constant rate is mentioned, so the acceleration is constant, from 4.2 to 7.2 meter per second over a distance of 28.5 meter. Determine the total acceleration of the runner 2 seconds after she begin to increase her speed. I will read out again. An outdoor track is 126 meter in diameter. A runner increases her speed at a constant rate from 4.2 to 7.2 meter per second over a distance of 28.5 meter. Determine the total acceleration of the runner 2 seconds after begins to increase her speed. ओके. तर ह्या प्रॉब्लेममध्ये आता दिलं काय आहे लक्षात आलं तुम्हाला. 4.2 is the initial velocity and that is we can call as u, and the final velocity is 7.2 meter per second, and the s is given 28.5 meter, and t is mentioned is equal to 2 second, and we have to find out the a. So s is 28.5, initial velocity is 4.2, final velocity is 7.2, and t is 2 second. So required value of a. Now by using the equation of motion, so which equation is required? So first we cannot directly predict that this equation is required. So better way, you have to first write down v is equal to u plus at. Then next equation is v square is equal to u square plus twice of as. So if you observe these three equations 1 2 3, in first equation s is not there, so this equation is not useful. Now in this equation, second equation, t is not required, so this equation is also not useful because t is mentioned over here. So in first equation we required yes, this equation is also not useful. So in third equation, s is equal to ut plus 1 half at square, we require the value of t, u is given and s is required. So this is useful. Okay, so yes, substitute the value of 28.5, initial velocity is 4.2, time is required 2, 1 half a that we have to be calculate, and the time required is t is again 2. Substituting this value, you will get the acceleration when t is equal to 2. This is our answer. So within how many steps? 2 steps you will get your answer. So these problems are quite simple. My dear friends, when these problems are there in your exam, please attempt these problems. Second problem. An aeroplane while taking off moves with a constant acceleration, that is a is constant, over a runway of 400 meter in 8 seconds. Determine the velocity with which it takes off. Also determine the constant acceleration. So what is given data? Runway length is given, that is displacement is given 400. It is starting from the rest while taking off. While taking off means the initial velocity is 0 and the time is t 8 seconds. So it will cover the distance of 400 within 8 seconds and initial velocity is given 0. So they have asked you when it will takes off from the runway. So what is its velocity and acceleration, that we have to be find out at this point. So by applying the equation of motion, first v is equal to u plus at. So we require the v is also not known, a is also not known. Substitute this value. So v is equal to u plus at, t is 8. You will get the equation v is equal to 8a. Let's say this is my equation number 1. Then second equation, v square is equal to u square plus twice of as. So v square is equal to u is 0, twice a, s is given 400. So from that you will get the value of v square is equal to 8a. So if you observe these two equations, here left hand side is v and left hand side is v. So can we able to compare this equation after squaring this equation number 1? Definitely. If I square this equation, what you will get? V square is equal to, you will get square of 864 a square. Squaring of this equation is v square 64 a square. So v square 64 a square, and you have to compare this now, this and this. So 64 a square is equal to 8a. After solving this, you will get the value of a. Once a is known, substitute in equation number 1, you will get the value of v. So the acceleration at the time of takeoff is 12.5 meter per second square and velocity is 100 meter per second. This is your answer. So quite simple problem. Now next come towards the third problem. Read the problem carefully. At the intersection, when the traffic signals turns green, a car starts with a constant acceleration of 3 meter per second square. At the same instant, bus is traveling in the adjacent lane, cross the signal, overtaking the car at a uniform speed of 36 km/h. Determine when and where the bus will overtaken by the car. Also determine the speed of the car at that time. So I will explain the problem to you. Let's say here is your traffic signal. So there are the two lanes. First, initially the car is over here and bus is approaching to this traffic signal from this another lane, but this bus is not in the rest condition. The car is in the rest condition. जिथे सिग्नल होता तिथे कार थांबलेली होती आणि सेकंड लेन मधनं बस येत होती आणि बसनी काय केलं की हा सिग्नल जेव्हा ग्रीन झाला त्याच वेळेस इथे येऊन ती काय केलं, तिने कॅरी केलाय आपला स्पीड. And at the same time the car is in the race condition. It will try, when the signal turns green, it will start its journey from the another lane, and they have asked us when this car will going to overtake this bus. या बसला ती कार कधी ओव्हरटेक करेल ते आपल्याला विचारलेलं आहे. डाटा दिलेला आहे सगळा, तो डाटा आता आपण बघूया. So got it? So here given data, the acceleration of car is 3 meter per second square. When it is starting from the rest, the acceleration of the car is 3 meter per second. मग ती इथून जेव्हा पुढे जायला लागते त्यावेळेस तिचं acceleration आहे 3 meter per second square. The initial velocity of car is 0 because it is starting from the rest. Now velocity of bus is mentioned 36 km per hour. So convert it into meter per second, multiply by 5 by 18. How it is 5 by 18? I think all of you know that. 36 multiply by kilometer meter मध्ये करा. So that is 1000 meter. Hour, convert it into second. So that is 60 multiply by 60. So that is in second. Hour, convert it into second. So if you solve this, the ratio will comes out to be, these two get cancelled, 0. So this is 36. 36 divided by 2, that is 18, and 10 divided by 2, that is 5. So the ratio, this ratio is comes out to be 5 by 18. That's why I have multiplied by 5 by 18 to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. So this is velocity of the bus is 10 meter per second. They have asked us what is the velocity of the car when it is cross this or overtake this bus, and what is this distance s. हे डिस्टन्स s कधी आहे की जेव्हा ह्या कारने या बसला ओव्हरटेक केलंय आणि त्या कारची वेलॉसिटी काय असेल हे विचारलेलं आहे. सो v is equal to u plus at. So v of car, initial velocity is 0. So acceleration of car is given 3. So you will get v of car is equal to thrice t. Now the displacement of the bus that we have to find out. S of car is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. S of car we have to find out displacement of car. So s of car is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. U is 0, t we don't know, 1 half at square. So s of car is, you will get 1 half multiply by 3 into t square. So s of car you will get 1.5 t square. So this is displacement of the car. This displacement is 1.5 t square. and velocity is thrice t. So you have got these two equations. Now come towards the S of bus, that is displacement of bus. Bus is moving with a uniform speed. When speed is uniform, it indicates that acceleration is constant. तर velocity बदलत नसेल तर acceleration होणार आहे का रे? नाही. When velocity is constant, acceleration is 0. So a is 0. So S of bus is equal to ut plus 1 half at square, but a is 0. So you will get S of bus is equal to 10t. So can we able to compare these two equations? Because S is same na, at the time of overtaking the distance covered by car is equal to distance covered by the bus. So we have to compare the equation number 1 and equation number 2. So 1.5 t square is equal to 10t. So you will get the time t 6.67 second time to take the overtake bus by car. हा एवढा वेळ मिळाला लागलाय जेव्हा when car will be overtaken by the bus. Sorry, bus will be overtaken by the car. This is time required. Now S of bus or the displacement of bus 10 into t. So you will get the 66.7 is the displacement of the car as well as bus at the time of overtaking. So first problem is over. Now you require the V of car. So V of car 3 into 6.67, sorry, 3 into 6.67, that is 20 meter per second is the velocity of the car at the time of overtaking. Okay, got it? So simple problem. Now let's come towards the fourth problem. A man standing at a bus stand sees that bus just leave when he is about 20 meter from the bus. If bus accelerates at a constant rate of 1 meter per second square, so acceleration is constant, a of bus is given 1 meter per second square, then determine the acceleration with which man must run to catch the bus with a distance of 30 meter. Also determine the speed of the man and the bus. The problem I will explain you. The man is here and the bus is here. He observed that the bus is at a distance. The distance between man and the bus is 20 meter. Let's say here is a man. The distance between man and the bus is 20 meter. He want to catch the bus, but bus is moving. Bus is having constant acceleration of 1 meter per second square. So the man must have to be run with some velocity. So in order to catch this bus within the distance of 30 meter, when this bus travel 10 meter more, so that is this distance is 10 meter. Now total distance is 30 meter. He has to catch this bus at a distance of 30 meter. Now bus will be here within 10 meter. So he has to run in a such way that he has to catch this bus with a distance when he runs to a 30 meter, or bus will be moved 10 meter. Got it? That we have to be find out the speed of the man and the bus. Now comes towards the solution. Given acceleration of bus 1 meter per second when distance traveled by the bus is 30 minus 10, that is I have told you this distance is 30 and this 20. So 30 minus 20 is 10 meter. The distance traveled is 10 meter of bus. So displacement of man is 30 because he has to run from 0 to 30 in order to catch this bus. So 30. Initial velocity of man is 0. Required velocity of man when the displacement of man is 30 meter. Velocity of bus when bus travel distance of 10 meter. Got it that? बस ना फक्त 10 मीटर कॅरी 10 मीटर जायचं आहे and a person has to move for 30 meter. The displacement of bus is 10 meter. At that time we have to find out the velocity of bus. When displacement of the man is 30 meter, we have to find out the velocity of man. First find the time required for the bus to travel 10 meter. So we are having the equation S is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. So 10 0 plus 1 half at square, because initial velocity of the bus is also 0. So t of bus is 4.47 second. Initial velocity of man is 0 when s is equal to 30 second. So s 30. So u is 0. So 1 half at square. So you will get the value of at square is equal to 60. Now at square is 60. So put t is equal to 4.47, which we have got from the first. That is time to reach the distance s 30 meter. Are you understood? This is time required to reach the bus distance 10 meter. Same time must required for the boy, so he can catch the bus. Got it or not? So within this time 4.47 second he must run 30 meter, then and then he will going to catch the bus when it is at 10 meter from the starting point of the bus. So substitute this value, at square is equal to 60. So a is equal to 4.47 square is equal to 60. So the acceleration will get the 3 meter per second square. This is the acceleration of man. So the man must have to be run 3 meter per second square, then and then he will able to catch that bus. Now acceleration is known. Now we have to find out the velocity of man. V is equal to u plus at. Initial velocity of man is 0. A is 3 meter per second square and time is 4.47. So from that you will get the velocity of man is 13.41 meter per second is the velocity of the man. He must have to run with a velocity 13.41 meter per second to catch the bus. Now velocity of bus V is equal to u plus at. So u is 0. A is 1 given, time t is 4.47 seconds. Substitute that value. So this is the velocity of bus when t is equal to 4.47 second. So this is velocity of the bus when it reaches the distance of 10 meter, and this is the velocity of man when it reaches the distance of 30 meter in order to catch the bus. Okay, so we have solved the 4 numericals today. So you have again go through that numericals and try to attempt the sum numericals. My dear friends, these problems are quite simple. You just have to learn the 3 formulas. V is equal to u plus at, v square is equal to u square plus twice of as, and s is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. While attempting the any problem, you just write down the 3 formulas first and choose which formula is suitable to in order to solve that numericals. You cannot directly predict that this formula is important. So my suggestion is that you have to write down all the 3 formulas, write down the given data, required quantities, and according to the given data and required quantity choose the formula. Okay, which is important. So thank you friends, thanks for watching.